Sister Wives. Kody finalizes Robyn's church divorce. Kody kicks Robyn out of the house for breaking up Brown family. Kody apologizes to his remaining wives. Hi friends, welcome back on my channel. I hope that you are good by the will of God. Don't miss to subscribe and ring that little bell icon. Sister Wives stars Kody Brown and Robyn Brown have also had their fair share of times over the years in their experience on TLC, but now it seems some of those stories are also shifting. They wound up in a monogamous relationship by default, essentially, after Kody's initial 3 wives relinquished the room, and now one of those ex-wives is spilling some info about Kody's remaining marriage. Yep, it's an unhappy tale. Robyn Brown, of Sister Wives fame, has previously detailed how she ended up with Kody Brown and the interesting way their courtship went. Robyn was raised in the midst of all this, with her mother ending up as one of Kody's polygamous wives herself. As Kody's youngest wife, Robyn likes to speak about how well-informed she is regarding the pros and cons of a plural lifestyle. She once described what divorce and polygamy feels like, offering her own perspective some time ago. This came when the other wives began exiting the marriage, one after another. When the sister wives were contemplating divorce, Robyn introduced a rule she claimed was from their church, and that rule had viewers scratching their heads in bewilderment. As the 4th wife at the Sister Wives home, Robyn had a knack for getting viewers frustrated season after season. Each time Robyn Brown came out as the self-proclaimed polygamy expert, fans were quick to rebuke her on what she said. Robyn had asserted that her initial marriage would be polygamous, but that never materialized. Many Sister Wives viewers were struggling to accept her when she swore under oath that it was a polygamous marriage, but no other wives ever joined the family. She indicated that her previous marriage was already an issue, and introducing another wife would have made it even more complicated. But in fact, fans couldn't help but notice she stayed in that reportedly plural or non-plural marriage long enough to have 3 children. Needless to say, this had fans scratching their heads. But the most iconic rule Robyn spoke of on Sister Wives, that would be the divorce one. As Robyn put it, you're still technically married in the eyes of their church until you have sex with another man. That comment sparked a lot of controversy. And now, with part 2 of season 19 of Sister Wives on the horizon, already some of the teasers are already foreshadowing gigantic breakthroughs. One of the truly juicy ones comes from Christine Brown Woolley and concerns her raising questions about Kody's courtship of Robyn. She thinks their account isn't quite adding up, suggesting that the two of them just seemed far too close to have been talking, as they claim. Only, he used to stay overnight at Robyn's house at the time, since she lived hours away. Members of his family used to say that he'd bring a wife or some of the kids along on those trips, but afterward, it came out that Robyn's children were being babysat by Kody's older children. So Kody was free to date Robyn alone. That's when Kody and Robyn shared that kiss, the one that they weren't supposed to have until after the wedding. Christine, she was furious. When Christine learned that Kody had kissed Robyn prior to them technically being married, she was not happy. Today, Robyn Brown's engagement picture is center stage in her home, a fact noticed by fans. Most people believe this photo indicates the Sister Wives courtship of Robyn and Kody was a good deal more personal than both stated. Kody Brown never kissed Janelle Brown or Christine Brown on their courtships. That first kiss took place when it was time for marriage. You can't very well describe what Mary's courtship was, but it varied. She was his first wife, and at that time, there weren't any other wives for him to consider or be mindful of. Christine now speculates Kody and Robyn could have shared some private, intimate moments before they became wedded. And some fans are speculating Robyn could have chased after that odd divorce rule she discussed earlier on the show. She had explained how, in their church's teaching, you aren't divorced unless you've slept with another man. So now everybody's asking, did Robyn entice Kody into finalizing the arrangements on her divorce from her first husband? By the way she explained that rule, that would have been the only method of getting divorced that wouldn't have got her in favor with their church. And since she then went on to marry Kody spiritually, based on the same religious faith system later on, it would then be logical that she applied the same rule to her initial marriage as well. Assuming, that is, there even is such a rule about sleeping with another man in order to finalize a divorce in the first place. But still, there are plenty of fans who don't believe that such a rule actually exists. But as the Sister Wives series goes on, it appears some of the tales viewers were told in the past are beginning to unravel. Now, with Janelle Brown bidding Flagstaff adieu for good, there's speculation she may be ready to leave the show altogether. Throughout season 19 of Sister Wives, Janelle, along with the rest of the family, has been trying to adjust to their new reality. Janelle, in particular, has faced her own share of emotional weight, especially dealing with the ongoing Coyote Pass drama on the show. But beyond what we've seen on camera, there's a much deeper pain Janelle has been carrying. Once production ended on the current season, Janelle and Kody experienced the unthinkable loss of their child, Garrison Brown. That tragedy had a monumental effect on her, redefining all aspects of her life. Ever since then, Janelle has been doing the best she can to find her way after such devastation. Her relocation out of Flagstaff a short while ago appears to be a part of that healing. Being well and truly rid of that place is a blessing to her. Although she's shared openly about her emotional journey, it was significant to watch her actually move out of Flagstaff, gathering up the last of her belongings. She rented a truck and returned to North Carolina, glad to be done with the storage unit and everything it represented. She described that she had help loading up and at last being rid of it all. Janelle's ready to navigate her life in a different direction, with her family nearby and her business, Tata Farms, thriving. Leaving Flagstaff, though, is a fresh start. With her feelings level and her head clear, Janelle is taking to the new phase. She moved to North Carolina so that she could be close to her daughter and grandchildren, and she knows deep down that she made the right choice for herself and for the ones she loves. Janelle's relationship with her children evolved over time, but with Garrison out of the picture, everything was different. Janelle understood that keeping it within the family had become a #1 priority. She felt that if she remained close to family, it would bring more happiness and peace to her own life. After Janelle had made the transition to North Carolina, she began getting into a new rhythm. She posted to fans that she was detoxing the bad from her life in 2025. That emotional, physical, and social detox has created a lot of buzz with her fans, and it's clear that it's creating real change in her life. Janelle is in a whole new headspace, letting go of negative energy, taking care of herself, spending time with positive energy individuals. It's all been a real transformation. Through everything, though, she's thoughtfully prioritized herself and made an investment towards her future, especially with people she cares about around her. While not sharing every little detail as yet, one huge reason she did move was in order to start Tata Farms on the ground level with her daughter, Madison Brush. Having the farm opening up in days, Janelle has begun to open up more. Although it has been a concern, it's also become a badly needed emotional and creative outlet for her. Having the flower farm and building it with Maddie has meant everything to her. Janelle's spoken openly about how special it's been to have all her energy go towards a project with her daughter and to get to do it being close to her grandbaby. As she's adopted this new season, Janelle's learned a lot about who she is and what matters most to her. She's learning what she can easily handle on a daily basis, and while coping with stress isn't always pleasant, she's learning to cope with it with increased awareness. Despite this, Janelle's been open about how farm life has made her happier than she's been in years. The opportunity to put her energy towards something positive, to leave a legacy for herself and her family, has helped heal and change her from one of the lowest moments of her life. Tata Farms has blessed Janelle, but also Maddie, as the two of them continue to learn, create, and find purpose along the way. As Janelle reflects on who she is now and what she actually wants after she broke up with Kody, there is a possibility that she may not even be drawn anymore to maintaining sister wives alive. She's been a regular presence on the program for years, but with her son's tragic loss and the emotional wall she's put up between herself, Kody, and Robyn, exiting the series could be the healthiest option. These days, Janelle has focused on establishing a relationship with fans on her social media channel and keeping Sister Wives fans updated through the Tata Farms blog. She recently made the return trip to Flagstaff, Arizona, giving the symbolic closure to that chapter of her life. Her 30-year marriage to Kody Brown had its ups and downs. Janelle and Kody got married in a plural marriage, and she resided in the framework of that life for years. But today, she's creating something all her own. But things did not go as planned as Janelle initially envisioned. Regardless of how hard she worked to make their plural marriage succeed, she increasingly found it difficult to bond with Kody, especially when he introduced Robyn as his fourth wife. Following Christine Brown's termination of her spiritual marriage with Kody in November 2021, Janelle reflected on her own state of affairs honestly. Shortly after, in 2022, she also decided to take a step back. That decision marked the beginning of her prioritizing herself. Since then, Janelle has gradually changed. She's lost quite a bit of weight over the past few years and embarked on a wellness journey that appealed to a lot of people. Aside from training her physique, she has also diversified her working life by becoming a social media influencer, promoting a gut health supplement, and venturing into numerous businesses to help her make ends meet. Although they broke up with Kody, they remained on speaking terms since there were outstanding financial matters, mainly that Kody still owed her an equal amount on the Coyote Pass property. To get the ball rolling, Janelle even hired the services of an attorney to get the process underway. While she has been in North Carolina for a while, Janelle recently made a return trip to Flagstaff. She shared the real reason for the trip on Instagram, stating she was in a video standing next to a totally full truck with the caption, "Last haul from Flagstaff." She explained that she'd been holding out for just the perfect break in weather and timing to finally come back and drain the last of the items from her old storage unit, officially bringing everything across into her new home. By officially moving out, Janelle solidified the reality that she's relocating permanently away from Flagstaff. With very little financial help, she went ahead and did it herself and began the process of starting all over again. She has made huge sacrifices and worked extremely hard to reach where she is now. With this final relocation, Janelle has effectively cut all connections with Flagstaff. Earlier this year, she told fans that she needed to detox emotionally and reach real inner peace, and she's stuck to that plan. Her new ventures also have her near daughter Maddie, now a central part of her new life. More independent now than she has been in years, Janelle fills her days running Tata Farms and interacting with followers and customers on social media. She has also begun a whimsical t-shirt business, selling apparel that contains some of her most famous quotes from the show. Sister Wives star Mary Brown has also been going through a personal transformation since she ended things with Kody. Most fans are pleased to see that she's finally come to terms with the reality of their relationship and that she's moved past Kody no longer being part of her future. Since her split, Mary did experiment with a new relationship, but only briefly. However, she's continued bouncing back from heartbreak and surprised everyone with a sassy new do that had fans rallying around her. Mary has also remained close to her fans on the internet, posting life updates quite frequently. One of her recent posts was particularly touching. She talked about her beloved pup, Zona, who wasn't doing well. She added a heartfelt note expressing how difficult it's been to see her pet in pain. Apart from dealing with her dog's sickness problems, Mary Brown has also been battling her own emotional battles. She recently opened up in a heartfelt post about staying strong while trying to seek normalcy in her life. She discussed trying to remain calm amidst the unknown, acknowledging how difficult it is to lean into the suffocating emotions she's feeling when all she really wants to do is run, hide, or scream. It takes strength, she admitted, to face those tough moments head on. In her latest social media post, Mary uploaded a photo of her beginning a new journey. She indicated that she's going all out with what she loves about traveling, highlighting that it is what makes her the happiest. Having fulfilled her needs and embracing experiences around her, she offered some inspiring words, adding, "I fill my cup with what inspires me, nature, travel, stillness, whatever I need in the moment to feel grounded and alive." But it was Mary's new haircut, which actually caught the attention of the fans. Some of the fans noted that she looked much younger when wearing her new fresh appearance, while others noted that it made her look the happiest they had ever seen. The fans were quick to shower her with praise, calling her a hot mama, and commenting on how great she looked, such as, "You look great, have fun, Mary," and "Happy suits you, love the new hair." There is no doubt that Mary's new look and positive attitude are heads turning. There are certainly over 10 times that we could call out from Kody's most quotable lines, phrases, and one-liners. It was not difficult to find these quotes, even as Sister Wives Season 19 becomes one of the longest to date, illustrating there's more than enough to sift through. A couple of Kody's most famous quotes are also memorable for their humor, but the majority of them demonstrate a man grappling with significant change, acting on it in the only way he knows, oftentimes in a somewhat offbeat manner. During one of the early seasons of Sister Wives, Kody made it very apparent that he believed he was the most important person in the room and demanded respect from his 4 wives. Early on, Kody played the stereotypical patriarch, person who treated each of his wives as an individual but tried to treat them the same. Although it was always apparent that Kody had a special fondness for Robyn, he tried not to make it so blatant at the time, as he does now. In a frustrated moment, Kody demanded respect from his wives, no longer politely asking, but instead insisting on his position as general of the family. He continued to make it clear that, in any case, his leadership and authority were not negotiable. In anger, Kody had spoken about how stupid he felt, like the president, making it very clearly known that he knew his wives did not agree with him. However, Kody, being the family's de facto leader, did not care whether they agreed or not. He simply wanted to have control. In a recent episode of Sister Wives, Kody and Mary shocked all by being this candid about their divorce and marriage, and audiences were left speechless at how candid he was about the death of their relationship. Although Mary and Kody were married to him for the longest period amongst all his unions, their marital life turned bitter in the subsequent years, especially after Mary had an affair followed by the fiasco of the catfishing. Mary professed regret about what she did, attempting to reconcile with Kody, but everyone could see it would not be easy to obtain his pardon. After finally deciding to divorce Kody, Mary went searching for the answers she never got about their relationship. When she asked Kody how he actually felt about her, his response was assertive. He told her that she was to blame for him not loving her and taking care of her, leaving no room for guessing that he blamed her for how he felt about her. Although Kody's refusal to take responsibility will not surprise us, it still hurts. This was a classic illustration of Kody's ongoing transformation, from a man who had once accepted plural marriage to one who now appeared estranged from taking responsibility for his own actions. Kody has been monogamous for over a year now, and it is clear his feelings for Robyn have grown even stronger. Their union has lasted over a decade, yet times have changed, especially after his marriages to his other wives were being prematurely terminated. Christine left Kody initially, yet Mary's divorce shocked everybody the most. Even though he had mistreated her more than all his first wives combined, Mary's exit still had many people in shock. In the latest episode of Sister Wives, during a conversation about their breakup, Kody claimed that although it appeared he was concerned about both him and Mary, in fact, he only cared about Robyn. He even claimed that his marriage breakup with Mary had been particularly hard on Robyn, dismissing Mary's emotions and forgetting her role in their dysfunctional relationship. While both Kody and Mary were hurt by the breakup, Kody was more worried about Robyn's emotional health following the breakup of their plural marriage and Mary's departure. Having 18 children as his father, Kody has lots of kids, but he has had a tense relationship with them. Even though he has tried to maintain close relationships with his children while they were young, it has become more difficult for him to keep pace with all of them. A majority of his children no longer bother to stay in touch with him. Kody's kids are divided into camps. Some still want to maintain a relationship with him, whereas others have alienated him. His interactions with some of his children are complicated, and some of them struggle to make sense of his behavior. On Sister Wives, Kody often speaks about his children, at times complimenting them on their intelligence. Though the complications involved in these relationships are evident, Kody, in his typical style, speaks about his children in terms that resonate with him, though they aren't exactly complimentary. Meanwhile, Sister Wives fans got a glimpse of the second half of season 19 in a fresh trailer, and Meri Brown and her ex-husband Kody Brown, tensions are far from over. The sneak peek, which was released on Thursday, March 20th, starts off with Janelle telling us in her confessional, "As long as that property is an issue, I can't even move on." In another clip, Meri candidly told Janelle all about how mad she was, saying, "I'm so mad. I'm going to have to get some lawyers involved. There are things that I will fight for, and this is one of those things." She went on in voiceover, "There are so many people out there saying that she was a liar and manipulating." The trailer also catches up with Kody and his wife Robyn, reacting to Meri's continued struggle to claim her share of the Coyote Pass land. "I'm not trying to take you for a ride, Meri," Kody says in his confession. "I've always stood up for Meri, even when other people were planning against her," Robyn says in another confession. But Meri confessed on her confessional that she's now doubting her relationship with Robyn. "Why tell me you want to have a relationship with me and then ghost me?" she asked, displaying her frustration and hurt. Meri, Kody's first wife, and he split up after 32 years of marriage in December 2022, just days after Kody and his second wife, Janelle, said they were splitting up. Kody's third wife, Christine, dissolved their spiritual marriage in November 2021, yet he is still married to his fourth wife, Robyn, after their spiritual marriage in 2010 and legal marriage in 2014. Regarding Janelle, she made a warm tribute to her son, Garrison, on his 27th birthday. "To lose a child is a tragedy no mother would ever want." A couple of years ago, Janelle's son Garrison tragically took his own life. Although the reasons for making this choice are private, most suspect that depression was a factor in his tragic decision. So far, his fans do not yet know why Garrison killed himself. Had Garrison been alive today, April 10th, 2025, he would have been 27 years old. Though Garrison is no longer with us, his mother Janelle took to Instagram to mark his life. She shared an emotional video and paid tribute to her son. It has been 13 months since Garrison died, and the pain remains fresh in Janelle's heart. Even though she misses him a lot, she wants to cherish and remember all the lovely memories he left behind. It is never simple to move on from such a loss, but Janelle is attempting to do so. So far, the death of Garrison has not been directly mentioned on Sister Wives. Nevertheless, there have been speculations that a special episode will soon air in light of the tragedy. It will be a tribute show where the Brown family members will get together to honor the life of Garrison. Whether it will be a single episode or incorporated into a regular episode is uncertain, but the fans are already anticipating it. YouTuber Sarah mentioned, "We're going to get an episode dedicated to Garrison and his life." Janelle continues to miss Garrison every day, and there's no moment when she doesn't celebrate the memories he left behind. To commemorate his birthday, Janelle shared a heartfelt Instagram post featuring a video of Garrison enjoying himself with his siblings and mom at the country fair. She continued that his birthday always feels like such an unusual day. Despite the sadness, she adores the millions of photos and videos that she has of him, sometimes forgetting he's not here any longer. Janelle knows she will never get to meet or visit with Garrison again, and this flashback look at her sadness is strange and complicated. Janelle spends most of her time scrolling on Instagram and other social media platforms where she sees the memory posts shared by friends and relatives. On one of her posts, Janelle posted the video taken at the country fair because Garrison looks so alive and content in it. She ended the post with a warm message, "Tilly meet again, sweetheart," and a pink heart emoticon. It was a beautiful, very emotional moment, and the fans could feel the intensity of Janelle's emotions. One fan responded, "Miss you, Garrison. Wishing you and the family peace, Janelle." And another, "Grief is an odd thing, especially when there's so much to remind us." Hunter Brown, Garrison's brother, also marked his brother's birthday by sharing a warm message on Instagram. He stated, "Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory." The entire Brown family is missing their beautiful Garrison and wishing him and his life and legacy